Alright y'all, so welcome back to another video, another day, another, what's it, grind as they say. So I almost got this whole entire wall basically filled up, and if you watch, like, I think it's maybe 4 videos back, I had this one like maybe halfway up, and now, of course, of maybe a month, this one's basically filled up. So it's basically 10 boxes left down there. I still got this shelf right here. I've been using it just to kind of put random stuff over here, but eventually I got to get that cleared out. Well, there's not even a whole lot up there, but eventually I'll get that stuff cleared out because this will need to be utilized. And I still have a shelf up front right there, right hanging on the side of that U-Haul box, and that one's going to go about right here, but I'm looking to clear at least these 3 bins out so I can kind of have some space, a little bit more space to put it here, because I think it'll fit here, just right here, but that's going to be fairly tight. And if I need to find stuff in this bin, it's just not going to be any room to move it because you got all this stuff here. The shelf will be here, and so I think at the very minimum, in order to put that shelf up at the front, I need to get these 3 bins here moved over to this boxing system. But for now, I'm looking for some Viore shorts. I think they're 0567. Yep, blue Viore shorts. These were these came from the Goodwill bins. Probably about it's probably been like about 90 days. I got these, and they didn't sell quick like I thought they would. They've actually lingered for quite a bit. And they, slipping all over the place, and they didn't really even sell for much money. I think I got 16 plus shipping out of these. I guess the silver lining is they only cost probably no more than 75 cents. So now I'm looking for these Afterburner baseball cleats. This was, I believe, a Burlington play. Yeah, so they're right here in box 4. Actually, basically put this camera down real quick so I can pull these out. All right, so got them. And pulling shoes isn't as easy as pulling the clothes from the boxing system, but it used to be much worse because, like I was telling you guys maybe 2 videos ago, the shoes used to be thrown in the box and they weren't even numbered, so I had to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo and figure out which box it was in. A lot of times that would turn into something that should have took like maybe less than 3 minutes. It would turn into 15 minutes. So they're numbered now, and so literally once I put the camera down, it literally took 1 minute. These are some Afterburner Adidas cleats. They are a men's size 8. And this is a really old listing, and how I know is because just looking at the photos, it still has the carpet from our house in Oregon when I used to take photos, if you remember way back when, upstairs at our old house. So these are probably at least 2 years old, and so I'm assuming I probably spent somewhere between 8 to 10 bucks on these right here, because my model when I was doing retail arbitrage heavy up that way, I would go in, and when I would look for baseball cleats, I would try to look for the cleats that were under like 12 bucks on clearance. So I'm guessing this is probably a part of that. I know a lot of you guys who probably found this channel way back in the day. It was probably because of retail arbitrage, because I used to be really heavy into that side of the business. Just not really the case anymore, just due to the location, and things have just changed over the course of the last couple of years. So if you're still watching, I appreciate you. I know that the content's kind of changed a little bit. But anyway, these came from Burlington, like I said, 8 to 10 bucks. And again, had to wait 2 years for only, I think, like 36 bucks all in. So moving right along, I'm looking for a Nike sportswear hoodie. It's in 0024, which was the second box that I put in the system. And again, this is money. Just pull the box down. And right here. No digging. No workout, just straight to it. So this is a Nike, like I said, a Nike sportswear hoodie. I just literally found this one. It's probably been under maybe 4 or 5 weeks, so it hadn't been too long. And this was one of the ones that had the embroidered. It had like the big NSF or NSW, the Nike sportswear logo on the front. I had never seen that print like this, and probably why it sold for a little bit more, because usually I'm selling hoodies for 12 to 15. This one sold for 22 plus shipping, and it probably costs no more than 3 bucks from the BMs, like I said, under like 4 or 5 weeks ago. Well, it's nice to go back there and pull the items directly out of the box. I still got thousands of items still in these bins. I got more items in the bins than I do in those boxes. So I'm looking for an item right down here. So my old system was, I kind of came up with some kind of It's not the A1, A2 system. I came up with something completely different. Honestly, I don't even know how I even came up with it, but it was literally a system I just came up with on the fly. And so when the stuff sells, I know where it's at. It's just a task to get to it. So there's one in here, and then fortunately for this one right here, this one's just right here in this top bin. So I'm gonna pull those out, and then I'll kind of show you guys what they are. So just like at the bins in the system here, you're basically digging items out. These were down in the middle section, but I can't hold a camera and dig at the same time, so I kind of got them to the front to kind of show you, but they were down near the bottom. These are just a pair of Union Bay chino shorts, and the reason I picked them up is because they were new with tags. I do pick up Union Bay cargo shorts because the cargo shorts for men sell pretty quick. They don't sell for much money, but you can move them in like 30, 60, 90 days tops in a lot of situations. And usually those you can pick up for under $2 at the bins. Usually you can get like 15 for them. So I picked those up, but I picked the women shorts up right here is because, like I said, they were new. I got 15 plus shipping for these. And these probably only cost probably not even $1. They're really light. All right, so this next item was in that bin that was right there in like the top right corner, and it's just this Elevate, not even a big brand, but I picked it up because it has this Bridgestone logo right here on the sleeve. And so Bridgestone Nissan is really big here in Tennessee. I know the stadium's named after Nissan. I don't really know the history of Nashville and kind of what their pull is within the city. I just know that they have a lot of products here and a lot of affiliation. Typically, anything that has like Bridgestone or Nissan on it is usually a go for me, because I can pick usually like the polos up for under 50 cents, sell those 100 miles an hour, 12, sometimes even 15, 20 bucks depending on the situation. And literally in Nashville, there's literally no competition to pick this up, and I actually have facts to prove it. So usually I'm in Nashville on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Wednesday, my last day in town, I'll leave midday and go to Trader Joe's because most of my family likes the products from there, but there's not a Trader Joe's anywhere out here near where we live. And so I'll go there, grab the stuff, put it in the freezer bags, and then I'll go back and work for another 2 hours before I head home. And so one day I came back, and there was literally, because I missed that rotation because I was actually picking up the stuff from Trader Joe's, but literally there were like maybe 5 or 6 brand new with tag Nissan employee polos just laying in the bin. So I know that people looked at them and just assumed that there was no value. And so that's just one company. There's multiple companies out there like that people don't know that there's value, that you can, again, not make a lot of money, but you can make some money. So in this situation, probably $1 on the buy cost, and again, 10 bucks plus shipping. I think the shipping was like 9 bucks, so almost a $20 sale on like $1 investment. All right, so just like the Bridgestone Nissan stuff, here's another company that I usually sell 1,000,000 miles per hour. So where is the first one? It's going to be in 1078. Here's the first one. Now I'm going to tell you guys what they are once I find all of them. The next one is, whoops, need to back up. Well, it's going to be down here. So it's 1278. Or no, I take that back. It's going to be 1228. So it's going to be in this box right here. So 1228 and then 1231. So here is 1228. Here's the second one of the 3. And then here is 1231. So basically these are basically 3 Publix polos. A fairly big grocery chain here in Tennessee. I know we didn't have them in Oregon. We had Fred Meyer, and yeah, that was our big one basically. We had some other ones, but Fred Meyer was basically our main one. So this is another company that I just started picking up here just in the time that I've been in Tennessee, and it doesn't sell for a whole lot of money, but it does sell fairly consistently. So that's 3 Publix polo. They're all a 2XL. The person reached out to me. They wanted to pick up all 3 of them, and so we worked out a deal. Well, no, I take that back. 2 of the polos, one person wanted to buy both of those, and then the green one was basically a separate sale. So the 2 gray ones sold for $30 altogether with shipping included. Probably costs maybe like $1.50 per polo, And then the green one, it was just a straight up sale by itself. It sold for 13 plus $8.99 shipping. So I think all together, you're looking at like right at somewhere between a $45 to $50 sale on basically just three shirts that most people kind of look at and don't see the value in. So these are some Lucky brand pants way at the back of this top box in $13.69. And this was a fairly decent sale. These aren't jeans, these are more like the I guess the lighter weight pants maybe. But anyway, this was a Goodwill Bins pickup. Probably under 20, or not under 20, under $2. And these sold fairly quick for 20 plus shipping. All right, so this is just one of the many athletic brands that's out there. It was in 1011, and the brand is called 2XU, like the number 2, then XU. I discovered this brand way back in 2021 or 2022 when I still lived in Oregon, and every time I find it, it doesn't seem like no one never really picks it up. So I don't know if a lot of people just don't know about it or what the case is. But probably less than 75 cents from the bins, and it sold under, I believe, about 3 or 4 weeks for 15 plus shipping. All right, so these are a pair of Hokas. They were right up top in box 10 right there. So once I kind of knew that, easily pulled it down. Took maybe less than a minute to grab them. I've had these for probably a couple of months, so they didn't sell super fast, but I mean, not too bad, I guess. These cost probably like $3. Like right around that from the bins, and they were on sale, I believe, for 10 or 15% off, and so I got $22.49 plus the $10 shipping. All right, so this is probably the last item I'm going to be able to show because the mail guy, he's going to be here shortly, so I got to get all this stuff ready for him. But this is in $12.89. It's just a Tennessee Volunteer. It's a quarter zip pullover. This one had not a ton of stains, but it had more than just 2 or 3. So they were small. They weren't anything huge. So I took it home, and I tried to get most of them out. Some of them didn't come out, but I've sold enough stuff to know that if you just kind of put it in the description, take good pictures, there's some fan out there that really doesn't care about minor maybe flaws or stains. This came from the bins probably like 2 weeks ago, so it actually sold fairly quick. Probably only cost maybe like $1.50. Only got 12 plus shipping out of it, and you probably could have got closer to maybe like 20 to 24 because it was a newer style, but the stains, I'm pretty sure, decreased the value. But like I said, this is where I'm gonna probably cut the video off, and I got to get everything that I just showed y'all, plus a few other things that sold that just not gonna have time to show. So I'm gonna cut it off right here. I appreciate you guys for coming along with me. If you got anything out of it, like it, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll catch y'all right back here on the next one. Succeed.
This might be all that I know. Think it's okay. I've got a long way to grow. At my own pace. Go the long way. No one taught me how to walk, but I figured it out fine.